that's what happened. People do not prepare for it. So number one, you have to have a policy, and you can call it whatever you want to call it. And to me, best case scenario is you plan for it now, that this is a big policy. So believe you should create a committee. The advisor can be involved if they want to be involved, but definitely, leaders of the school, maybe from student council, the people from band, newspaper editor, yearbook editor, you definitely want to have some of those really, the kids who really care involved, and then some administrators and some teachers, and they come up with the policy that makes sense for their school. And I have been involved in, unfortunately, in many of these. And sometimes it's a committee, sometimes it's last minute. It's the yearbook staff, the principal, the advisor. And the things I always say to them is you have to think about how this is going to affect everyone. So reaching out to the family of the person, whether it's a teacher, a custodian, a student, reaching out to see what they would, what they want. Like, this is our policy. What do you want? I think that's very important. But I also want, as you're thinking through this policy, I ask this question a lot, and it doesn't get the same effect because it's been over 20 years now. But I live in Denver, and I always ask kids, so what if your school was Columbine? Or I ask about one of the, recent shootings, and it stops them. And I'm like, would you want 16 full page memorials in your yearbook? Every single one of them says no. And I said, and I don't even think the families of these people would want that. So maybe it's one page with everyone on it. So you have to decide what makes sense for you. In some communities, the first page dedicated to that person is what makes sense. For others, it's back in the index, and you determine the size that it's going to be, and that's the size it is for everyone. And then you can have, friends can come together and, do an ad for them. There's other options and things that they can do, but you also can't determine when this is going to happen. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen usually at a time that makes it easy for the staff. So a policy is so important.